that you would say is a lot of fun and has that rewatchability simply for the chemistry of the cast and the chemistry alone. I would say Focus because Margot Robbie and Will Smith are so good in here that it feels like they're disguising a screenplay that doesn't really go anywhere, but they're so good that it makes the journey actually feel worth it. Hey, shout out to Warner Brothers and Paul over at Twin Flicks for getting me a copy of this right here on 4K. Man, I'm here to tell you if this is worth it or not. Will does a great job of playing an expert level con man, and the good thing about this movie is you get the best of both worlds. You get that smooth, charismatic side that we're used to, and you also get that soft side of him as he's over here chasing his love interest in the movie. Margot Robbie was coming off of The Wolf of Wall Street, and to me, this is the movie that really cemented her stardom. Will is an expert con man who takes Margot under his wing and he teaches her the trick of the trade. Well, they end up romantically getting paired, but the thing is, she gets a little too close for comfort. So what does he do? He ghosts her. But fellas, what happens when you ghost a woman? Eventually you gotta see her again, which is what happens here. They end up eventually meeting in Argentina because they're scamming the same person. When it comes down to the scam, specifically pickpocketing, there's one really cool scene in New Orleans on Bourbon Street. It's kind of an interview for Margot where she has to pickpocket people without getting detected. And so we find out that she's basically a natural because she's light with her hands, she's pretty, she's distracting. It's a really cool scene the way it plays out. If there's any scene that anybody would specifically talk about in this movie or anybody decides to YouTube and look up, it's always going to be the Superdome. That is by far the best scene in this entire movie. It's very high anxiety inducing and it makes you just want to talk to the screen and be like, Will, don't do it, don't do it. Because this is a con movie and this movie has conned you into believing that Will is about to throw away everything. Now, if this movie could have wrapped things up a little bit tighter, yes, I think it would have been a better movie. We get to a point where you're kind of like, all right, do they know exactly what they want to do? Like, once we get to Argentina, do they know exactly how they want to wrap things up? Because when you get to the last 20 minutes, you're like, all right, what are we doing here? And like I said, Margot and Will are outstanding. They're vibrant, they're glossy, they're enthusiastic, they're really cool to look at. But what is beneath the surface? We don't know too much about these two characters. And that's kind of a flaw of this movie. Either way, this is a movie about twists and turns and who's playing who all the way down to the end of the runtime. There's plenty of things in here that aren't very believable, but they're fun and it's a fun movie. So I would give this a 3.5 out of 5 on the story. Now, as far as the actual 4K disc, the audio and video, 5 out of 5, 100%. This movie looks outstanding. The sound is great. If you want to buy this movie and you're a fan, buy this because it looks outstanding. The colors are popping. The sound is amazing. Till next time.